Hello, I'm Brian, MTG Realm. Here's my good buddy.
Hi, this is Jon. I'm from CommandTower.tk. You and I did something a little while ago that thought we might do again here.
The fans have been asking for it.
It's true, it's true.
Yeah, when are you going to do another video? So you know what we're going to do? We're going to do another video right now.
We're going to do all 5 of them.
All 5 Commander 2015.
That's correct.
Sweet.
Just came out November.
Yep.
Just a little bit before Christmas there. 5 brand new ones, 2 color, enemy color, guild colors.
The previous year was all monocolored.
That's correct.
And
the year before that was the shards from Alara.
Yep.
And yeah, it's going strong. Basically yearly thing now. Going to keep going now as long as Wizard sees fit to
they
print
look
them.
great. So the Commander 2015 decks, there are a total of 56 new cards across all 5 decks. Now, these obviously are legal for Commander, but also in Legacy and Vintage as well.
Any of the new cards that are printed are legal in Legacy and Vintage, but not in Modern or any other format.
Yeah.
Other than, you know, like Kitchen Table.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're legal for play in Legacy and Vintage and Commander, and that's about it. So they're really designed to be played in these decks.
Awesome. There are a total of 3 commanders, or generals, if you want to call them, that Wizards of the Coast have put out with this product, and they've gone ahead and mimicked that from previous years.
In each of the decks, yeah.
So we have a primary commander,
right,
a secondary commander, and then there's a third, which is a reprint.
That's true. There'll be 2 brand new ones that we haven't seen before.
Yep.
The face cards, the commanders that are on the front of the decks, if you don't mind, I'll just
go for it.
One up here and show you. All of these 5 on the front of each of these, I'll use a new counter type called experience counters.
That's new.
They are new for this product, and what they're designed to do is they all improve what the commander does based on how many counters you gain. And you gain them differently depending on which one of the 5 you're playing.
As part of the 100 card package here, you've got the deck box, you've got 10 double-faced tokens, and one of those tokens is a place in which you could go ahead and put your experience counters on.
They do give you an experience counter representation card in here. And it's just for ease of use. You can do it whatever you're most comfortable in doing, but it gives you a way to represent it easily, which is important.
Sweet. Now, some of the new tech that Wizards of the Coast had come out, and it's not necessarily shared by all 5, is Myriad, and we'll get into that with each individual one.
That's true.
But essentially, that's another multiplayer.
Myriad is definitely designed for multiplayer games. Yeah. The idea is that when something with Myriad attacks one of your opponents at the table, you make an exact copy of that for each other opponent out on the table, and they are all attacking each of those opponents separately.
Right.
Now, that doesn't trigger another Myriad because that would make an infinite loop, but it enables you to get an effect out of things that have come into play abilities, things like that. It just allows you to spread your damage out as you're attacking with your creatures.
That's pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. Something which is actually shared by all 5 decks is confluences. Yes. And we'll look at each individual confluence as we pull that out.
They are modal spells that you can pick different modes on them, and you choose 3 of them, but you can choose one of the modes multiple times.
Right.
Which is something that's quite new for this type of spell.
Yeah.
And it makes for some very interesting uses when you can be like, the blue one of its modes is counter target spell unless its controller pays 3. So you could say counter it unless they pay 3 times.
Yeah.
Which is really different from a lot of what the other types of these spells have done.
Now, unlike previous years, there's no clear winner in the popularity contest.
That's true.
Where you're gone to your local gaming store and we both go to OMG Games here in Barrie.
Great place.
Put the logo right over here.
Definitely toot their horn.
And they don't seem to be selling out of more than one
It's a lot more equalized this time. Previously, with a lot of the decks that had come out, there was one card that really pushed up the value of one of the decks specifically more than the others.
True Name Nemesis.
True Name Nemesis is one that I think people can really think about. In the mono white deck from last year, there was, I forget the name of it, but it was a creature that if a creature would come into play and it wasn't cast, you exile it instead.
Right.
And it was for 1 in the white, and that card is very good.
I'll find that and maybe put it up here too.
And there's just, they have always, because this is the only way for them to print cards, new cards just for Vintage, they have taken it upon themselves sometimes to put in cards that really scream to the Vintage crowd.
Certainly. But it's less substantial, I think, with this particular printing.
They've equalized it out. Part of the problem with doing that is that the market for this product specifically, the sealed deck, is the Commander player. And when a Commander player can't find the deck that they want to buy because Vintage players are snapping them up because they have this crazy new rare that you can only get one of.
Damn Vintage players.
No offense against anybody playing 60 cards formats. But this is this set of 5 doesn't hit that insanity level of out of one of the 5 of them that some of the others did. They're a lot more equalized. They're a lot more balanced across the 5 of them for the value of cards in the deck. It's definitely a great place to begin. There's really no better starting point to learning the rules than getting yourself a deck and just starting to play right away.
Absolutely. Well, anyways, John and I are going to go ahead and have a quick look at each one of the 5 decks. And stay tuned right after the break.
Check it out.